And we're back with some more budget Dragon Priest. I'm going to be taking this game to the ladder. We're a couple of ranks higher and hopefully we're going to get a couple of different matches against a couple of different decks. Although I am quite enjoying Shaman Stone, I would like to see some other classes represented. I have seen the Warrior expansion pack as well. Oh, it's a mage, that's cool. So this might be some kind of Reno mage, so we'll see how well this deck fares against hopefully more of a control deck. So this isn't too bad of a start. We've got turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. Can't really ask for much more than this. I mean I could go for a Twilight Whelp, but this is fine. I'm going to accept this. I'm not going to get too mad. This will do. And again, I've got the deck list on the side of the video so that you can follow along at home, keep track of what cards are left in the deck, and this way you can identify my misplays even quicker. It's fine. I fully accept that I'm not the best Hearthstone player, and they've played a Mana one, which means we might not actually be seeing a control deck, which might be good actually, because I feel like this deck does better against aggro decks rather than those kind of Reno control decks, because it probably gets outpaced by those by the end of the game, whereas it is quite good against aggro and mid-range, so anything involving pirates and stuff like that is pretty decent if you can stabilize. So let's see. I'm going to play Blackwing Technician next turn by the looks of it. I can't see myself playing anything else, unless of course I draw Cabal Talon Priest or something. But it looks like my minion is dead, so it doesn't matter. Yep, that's pretty much it. And this deck, I mean, if you get in the draws, it pretty much plays itself for the first 5 turns. You want to get Twilight Whelp, Blackwing Technician after your Wormrest Agent, and then you want to go into something like a Priest of the Feast or Twilight Guardian. And that's pretty much your first 4 turns, and that's fine. Oh no, it's one of these decks. Yeah, I forgot these existed still, which is not very fun. We do have Holy Nova though, so that's going to be something that helps. Hopefully I'm going to be able to keep this free alive, although I doubt it. I could just play my Power Word Shield into it. That seems like a bit of a waste though. I feel like Twilight Guardian's probably the best play. And then hopefully I'm going to be able to destroy the 2/4. I probably will be playing Holy Nova next turn because we are dealing with a 4/1 there, and yeah, it's gonna be a bit tricky if I can't deal with this 2/4. And unfortunately we couldn't get like a taunt off the 2/6, but I just felt like we had to play something. Okay, so we're in a tricky spot. We don't have dragons in the hand at the moment, so it's going to make things just a little bit awkward. And, I mean, this Blackwing Technician isn't going to be too great. Obviously, we didn't have a very efficient turn 4, but we will endeavour to do okay from here. So I do think Holy Nova will probably be the best play. It will help me get rid of this 2/4, stop spiralling out of control, and hopefully we'll be alright. So we are kind of behind on tempo at the moment. It's not as bad as it seems. We've got a Shadow Word Death, we've got a Power Word Shield if one of our minions lives, and obviously Greater Healing Potion, one of the newest additions to Dragon Priest in my version, keeps you alive just that little bit longer. If you're up against aggro and stuff like that, it really does help. So we've got this just in the back pocket, just in case we're going to struggle. I do have Holy Nova here, which it might be worth doing, but I don't see him healing up his 3/2 anytime soon. So what I might do is just play out this Blackwing Technician, maybe give it the Power Word Shield so I get a card draw. I know it's not going to be a 3/5, but it'll be a 2/6, that's something. And then it will either deal with both of these minions, or we might get some value that way. So let's see what we draw before healing. Got a Nefarian, okay, not the best draw, but we're not going to get too worried because, again, got that Holy Nova. Maybe I can get a pick and use the Holy Nova to maybe wipe the rest of the board. Now, we're going into turn 7. We have to assume that that mage is running things like Flame Strike, so that might be a bit awkward from here. But it's alright. Okay, so we've got another 2 health minion on the board. That's pretty good. And Arcane Missiles isn't going to do too much here. And he's going face, so yeah, this is definitely an aggro deck. He's actually played into what I wanted to do, so that's really good for me. And because this is an aggro deck, that means that the longer this game goes on, the more chance I have of winning, in theory. It might be like one of those wacky Yogg-Saron decks. I literally went blank there for a second, but they were crazy popular 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 months ago, however long ago it was. I kind of have a distorted sense of time at uni. There we go, let's get some heals, let's attack his face, and slowly we're just gonna paper cut him to death. That's my style of Hearthstone play. Just slowly paper cut him to death, and then occasionally play N'Zoth the Corruptor in my non-budget decks. That's basically what I do in my free time. That might be a little hint as to what's to come next week. Okay, so we've got a 1-3, that's alright, that's not too bad. And it seems like the mage is running out of steam, which is good for me. Not so good for the mage. Okay, so Blackwing Corruptor is pretty obvious here.
I wield the power.
There's probably an argument to hold on to it, but I think the tempo of having the 5-4 is probably a bit more important here. Now the good thing is Blackwing Corruptor is one of the few minions that's actually weak to Flame Strike in this deck. Things like Draconid, Operative, Bookworm, Chromagus and Nefarian, they need to be dealt with in another way because they're high health values, and they play into that priest you know, strength of being able to heal your minions a lot. So that should be fine. So Flame Strike isn't actually going to be that big of an issue as what I first thought, and it looks like we're going to win this game from the current position. I'm going to get 2 cards next turn with Nefarian and my card draw, so we're going to get a bit more more momentum as well, so that's pretty good. And it seems like they're a bit stuck on what to do, because they have been pondering for quite a while now, so that's good news as well. Unless they have so many answers in those 3 cards that they just don't know what to pick. Okay, Ragnaros. We've got a Shadow Word Death for that. It does mean I'm going to have to delay the Nefarian though. And it hit the... probably the best target there, although there is an argument for my face being the best target. Obviously I didn't want it to hit the 5-4. And we've got Draconid Operative, so I could either play Priest of the Feast and get some healing with my Shadow Word Death. That would use 7 mana, then I can heal as well, or I can get another card from their deck with Draconid Operative. Now I am tempted to do that, but I think just getting the health is safer here. It also means if I want to use Greater Healing Potion next turn, it will give me even more health. It will give me like 15 health because of the Priest of the Feast effect. And we're back up to 26. We're starting to hurt the opponent a little bit more, and that Ragnaros seemed like the thing that he wanted to do to turn around, the game around, and unfortunately it just didn't hit the right target. Flame Strike, there it is. And it doesn't clear the Priest of the Feast, which is pretty good. Okay, so we've got Draconid Operative here. I don't really know what else I'm going to do if I play Draconid Operative. I could pull like a free mana card and then save Priest of the Feast with my hero power, or something like that. I don't know how valuable it would be saving Priest of the Feast, because I do have Greater Healing Potion. So there is an argument just to play Nefarian here. Although maybe if he has Polymorph, it might be worth trying to get rid of that first. So maybe let's play Draconid Operative. Oh, he does run N'Zoth. N'Zoth? Yogg-Saron. That's very interesting. Okay, so we're going to take Forgotten Torch here. And we'll just get rid of that one. I'll get free health. And I'll heal my Priest of the Feast while we're at it. Now, unfortunately, I did draw him another card there, but I feel like I have enough tempo so that just in case he does play Yogg-Saron, I should be alright. Even if he plays Yogg-Saron and the Yogg-Saron lives, we're going to hold on to Shadow Word Death now that I have the knowledge that he has it. Well, there it is. Embrace the Shadow. Okay. Deal 4 damage. Okay. Destroy him into the 2 attack. That's not going to do anything. He has no totems. Holy Nova. Probably... Oh dear, yeah. What a combo. That was incredible.
Brilliant.
That involves a brilliant emote, surely. Okay, let's finish this game off. And Mage is probably one of the best targets to play Nefarian on, because most of the Mage spells are actually usable in most situations, so that's pretty good. And I don't see us losing this game. We've got Nefarian, we've got Draconid Operative, we've got Priest of the Feast providing limitless heals, and only limited to how many spells we have in the deck. And I quite like this inclusion of Priest of the Feast, so if you have Karazhan, it's probably a good thing to keep in there. And that's it, cleaning up at rank 11. Actually a decent rank, I think, to play at, because you get you get a nice variation of decks. People don't play like potatoes, and you're not just playing Pirate Warrior and Aggro Shaman all the time. So, I mean, benefits of being at rank 11, really. I think it's respectable enough. Okay, let's have another one. Let's see if I can get another quest sorted. I am saving up my gold again for the next expansion. We're at that point in time where I refuse to spend any more money on card packs. And I'll just wait out for the next one, because all that dust, I've crafted a bunch of stuff you might have noticed. I'll be showing you next week some of that interesting stuff. And we're up against a Warlock, so this could be more of an aggro zoo kind of deck, or what I'm expecting to see more of, really, is because this guy especially has a golden Warlock. I think we're probably going to see Reno Lock, which may be a problem for this deck, but we will try our best. Okay, let's get rid of those three. I do have Ren Blackhand for those pesky legendaries, but we don't want that right now. And no dragons at the moment, so I really want to draw into a dragon, ideally Twilight Guardian or Azure Drake. That's a Holy Nova, that's not a dragon. Okay, I'm gonna pass the turn. I think passing the turn is the right call, because we want the dragon to trigger the Blackwing Technician on turn 2. So I want a 3-5 on turn 2 rather than a 2-1 on turn 1 with no follow-up. Or maybe a 2-4 follow-up. There's an argument for both. You get more stats with the 2-1, I guess. But at least this way we get 2 3-5s. That was my plan all along. I totally knew we were going to draw another one. And you just kind of have to work around that. I distinctly remember saying in the first video for this, I was like, oh yeah, don't worry, you draw dragons like every single game. In both of these, obviously, I've been proven wrong. So don't listen to anything I say. Don't take it too seriously. Oh good, another Twilight Whelp. Well, that's nice. I think another 3-5's probably better here. And I think we can pretty much confirm this is a Reno Luck, so we want to pressure him, make sure the Reno comes out early if he has Reno in the hand. And oh my god, it's a Mountain Giant. Do they get running Reno Lucks? I honestly haven't played against a Reno Luck in a while. I remember we had a hand lock for like a fucking while, which was really annoying. I have Shadow Word Death though, so I mean that's pretty good, and I can follow it with a Twilight Whelp, so I'll take it. Alright, we got him down to 17. We're not worrying about Molten Giant. That was the problem when we used to play against handlocks. So maybe this is some kind of handlock deck. I'm excited to see now. I'm quite interested to see where this goes. Next turn, we do, of course, have Priest of the Feast and Twilight Whelp, maybe. Alright, what are we getting? Oh, it's a Cthulhu? It's a Cthulhu deck. Oh my god, I was wrong. I was so wrong. It's a Cthulhu Warlock with handlock elements. I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, we've got Holy Nova. What does Holy Nova do? I'm not sure Holy Nova does much here. Priest of the Feast could come down with Twilight Whelp now that we've got Azure Drake. Azure Drake doesn't rely on dragons. That might be a good shout. We could just it's gonna be not quite efficient, but we can clear the board quite easily here. And I think I'm gonna do that and then summon 2 more minions. We might get Shadow Flamed if I do that though. Probably worth the risk. Do I want to hold on to Twilight Whelp? What could be I mean, the Mountain Giant could come down for 4 and then he'd need another 4 mana for Shadow Flame. So I think it's okay to pressure with Twilight Whelp. He could be running something like a Ancient Watcher, and then that could Shadow Flame most of my board, but I think that's quite unlikely in this situation. Demon Wrath, that's certainly something. And also we're should have been thinking about Hellfire as well, so maybe that was a mistake on my part, but that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too much damage. I can actually heal up quite a lot here. Now I haven't actually taken any damage, so Priest of the Feast isn't healing me for anything at this point. Acidic Swampies, not doing much work in this situation. And I'm really tempted to just Holy Nova here, just because I want my health back on my minions. I think there's an argument for Holy Nova. It doesn't seem like he's going to be running lots of little minions, so maybe Holy Nova. I've got another one left in the deck. It's alright. This is fine. Everything's fine if I play Holy Nova.
What is Elun's will?
The alternative is just heal the 3-1, leave the 2-1, or maybe attack him with the 2-1, and just play Wormrest Agent, because I can't heal both. Alright, no, I'll take a risk. Obviously, quite vulnerable to board clear right now, but we'll see. I just want to keep the pressure up. I want to hold on to that board clear. I need answers, I feel like, because we haven't seen the biggest threat yet. Refreshment Vendor, I think quite an underrated card in Hearthstone at the moment. Coming down. Okay, so we've got a boosted Holy Nova, that could do some work. Wormrest Agent can cut down at the same time. That would allow me to kill this as well. There's certainly an argument for that, and I think I might just take that. So what other Cthulhu cards are there? I mean, we could see something like Cthulhu's Chosen, the 4/2 Divine Shield. We could be seeing Emperor, Twin Emperor, whatever his face is, the 4/6 taunts. That might be an issue, because they both have 4 attacks, so I might want to play around that. Maybe double Wormrest Agent.
Are you mocking me? Are you mocking me?
I think I'll attack in with this.
That's my cake.
That leaves an awkward board for him to deal with, and it also allows me to deal with Twin Emperor. What's his name? I don't actually remember. Twin Emperor Veclaw. There we go. Before I just get loads of angry comments about that absolute casual Hearthstone player. Alright, 9 health. Here we go. Mistress of Mixtures. I love all of these like dual healing cards. I think they introduce some really interesting strategy into the game. I like building control decks around them as well, because like you don't have to be a millionaire to be able to buy all the cards to do that now. I mean, you kind of can do it with these two who heal both players. If a player like me hasn't taken any damage, then it's actually really quite good. Alright, could just play Chromagus. What's the board state like though? Deal 3 damage to all enemies. That would deal with almost everything. That would give him 4 health, so he'd be on 10. I'd be able to attack him with the 2. So I'd be able to put him down to 3 if my calculations are correct. I think that's worth doing. And then I can heal up as well, so yeah, let's do that. But first, I should probably do this. And then attack. And then do this. And then I get health. Thanks for the health, I guess. Cool. Okay, he was on 4, not 3. I was doing that as if I was going to attack with the Wormrest Agent, but obviously that would be dumb. I would have lost a minion. Kazakus could get like a 5-mana spell, wipe out some of my board, or freeze me, or transform him into sheep or something. Hopefully I have enough damage to push. Unless he's going to heal or something like that. Obviously you can't get healing cards with Kazakus as far as I remember. Oh, look at that! It all worked out. Nice. And we have Bookworm just for bad manners. Well, that worked out. Quite happy with that. Maybe my decks aren't so bad after all. So, of course, if you missed the original guide, first link in the description, follow that, and you'll get all of my advice. Mostly rambling, actually, but it was more concise than this about this. And of course, stick around. There'll be more decks coming very soon. Subscribe to zoidgaming if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.